Why take the risk of guessing the height on takeoff and landing when Skyvoice Alert 500 gives you audible callouts from 1 foot to 500 feet up and down? Skyvoice Alert 500 is the only FAA-approved takeoff and landing height announcer, and it also gives you reminders and warnings on gear, flaps, and more. Quick and easy install, Bluetooth or wired. Get yours today at holymicro.com and receive a $300 discount at Sun & Fun, booth D54.
M700 Fury. An aircraft worthy of the name, an indomitable force. With performance surpassing its predecessor, the M700 Fury has 20% shorter takeoff and landing distances, a 30% improved climb rate of over 2,000 feet per minute, and reaches a maximum cruise speed of over 300 knots. Experience the Fury. Join the legacy.
A special month is coming to Sun & Fun's 50th fly-in celebration. Multi-platinum singer Dylan Scott. Out here living my best life, yeah. Dylan Scott with special guest Sarah Evans. Ponytail girl grown up to be a woman, now she's gone in a blink of an eye. Get your tickets now. Be a part of the kickoff celebration for Sun & Fun's 50th fly-in. Go to flysnf.org.
I'm currently using the Hartzell Talon, by far the best aerobatic propeller ever come out.
I use the Trailblazer. It adds performance to the Super Decathlon and dependability, and it's rugged.
Hartzell's been an excellent partner for Whip Air, just in terms of your product support as well as keeping an eye on the market and developing new products that meet demand.
It's helping us all have better performing airplanes.
It's such a proud honor to fly behind that propeller.
Good morning, and welcome to the 2024 Innovation Preview. My name is Gene Conrad. I'm the President and CEO for the Aerospace Center for Excellence and the FUN Aerospace Expo. Thank you all for being here for our 50th fly-in, our 50th celebration. We're welcome. Yeah, there you go. We're looking to kick off this morning with our innovation preview this morning in partnership with our good friends at Aero-News Network. Thank you to Jim and the team and everybody for helping us put this together. We appreciate all the efforts. Just real quick, Jim and I and the team, we talk about this year-round. So last year was our first year, and we've spent a lot of time talking about this day right now and what we're going to be doing in the future. So it's an exciting time for this event and for our future. And again, wanted to welcome everybody here this morning. You know, who would have thought that back in January 1975 that we would be here this morning getting ready to celebrate our 50th fly-in? As an organization, we are forever grateful to the believers, the pioneers, our board members, the city of Lakeland, the Lakeland International Airport here, which I used to run for 12 years before I came over here to Sun and Fun, Polk County, and all of our exhibitors and vendors that make us what we are today. Thank you for being here and for what you have done to contribute to our success over these 50 years. We are especially grateful to the over 20,000 volunteers that we have on record over these 50 years that help us put on this event. They are the heart and soul. We're not for profit, and without them, we would not be here today. And over 2,900 that are here this week helping us put this event on. This year, we kick off our 6-day celebration with an opening night concert tonight. So hopefully everybody knows about our concert tonight. Starts at 6 p.m. on the Warbird ramp. Sarah Evans will start at 6 p.m. and then Dylan Scott at 7:30 will go on. So it will be a great opening night for us. Also, spectacular daily air shows this year will be headlined by our U.S. Air Force Thunderbirds. We'll also have the U.S. Air Force F-35 demo team is already here with us, and the U.S. Navy F-18 Hornet demo team as well. Also, significant participation by our good friends at Commemorative Air Force this year. Tora will be here, the Tora Bomb Squad, so please pay attention and come out for our Wednesday and Saturday night fireworks. We typically don't do Wednesday night fireworks. You will not want to miss it. There are 5 elements in it. If you go to your local municipally run fireworks shows, those are amateur hour compared to what we will present to you on Wednesday and Saturday. And yes, and I did say that, and this is being recorded. Also, again, our Commemorative Air Force friends are world-class civilian performers, and also the Ghost Squadron is here with their MiG-29 Alpha Jets and L-39s. Also, a special appearance today, the Connie, the Super Constellation Baton Legends Air Legends Foundation is bringing their Connie here along with their Tiger Cat, so we're looking forward to their arrival today, and it's going to be a great, great show. We are also thrilled to unveil our latest edition. Hold on, stand by. Let me step back. Also this year, over 560 exhibitors this year, 805 spaces, a record number of exhibitors here for the event this year. 2010 was our previous record of 520, so you guys have done a great job participating and being here with new exhibitors I just talked to this year as well, and we appreciate y'all's participation, and we're looking forward to, obviously, a great year. Youth will have an opportunity this year as well to engage in STEM activities through our Junior ACES program, which includes flight simulation, robotics, drones, riveting, and wing rib building. And there's truly something for everybody here at our 50th fly-in. We are also thrilled to unveil our latest edition at the Sun and Fun Aerospace Expo, our Future in Flight Plaza. So if you go in right there in the main registration, you'll see the big signs up there with our partners at Daer. We have a very robust exhibit area there this year, which is brand new for us, which includes over 60 exhibitors. So our Junior ACES program is in there. Our Innovation Showcase with our G-Wiz Jetson type eVTOLs are in that area as well. Our very popular career fair is back, and it will be run all 6 days this year, along with several schools, colleges, and universities, and our very hopefully popular flight sim experience. You know, they have over $1 million of equipment in that tent, so I encourage you to go check out the latest and greatest in flight simulation. So pretty impressive stuff. Also, tomorrow morning at 7:30, right here in this venue, we'll kick off our Women Aces Day. So we are going to honor and champion. We are honored to champion Women in Aviation partnership with them. Miss America, Lieutenant Marsh, will be here as well, and we'll have several keynote speakers and panels as well, kicking off right away at 7:30 in the morning, right here in this venue. So this year, you know, as we celebrate our 50th flying, we also celebrate the impact that the Aerospace Center for Excellence has on the region as we annually reach over 20,000 students and teachers here via our world-class campus, which is home to our high school, the Central Florida Aerospace Academy, our Lakeland Aero Club, our high school flying club, the Skylab Innovation Center, which is attached to our museum here, and Travis Career College A&P program, which is right in the building behind you here as well. We also reach thousands more through our outreach programming, and none of this would be possible without your participation each year at the FUN Aerospace Expo. You are making an impact on the future of aviation by being here today, and all of us associated with the Aerospace Center for Excellence, thank you. So when the celebration ends on April 14th, what's next other than I'm going on vacation? But planning for the 51st FUN Aerospace Expo is already underway. But what is next? What is next for our collective efforts for this facility and for this expo over the next 50 years? As the airport here at Lakeland continues to grow and develop with a new runway in the airport's future, and let me highlight, it's at least 10 to 12 years out, but it is coming. The future is now for us to develop our own long-range master site plan for the fly-in and for our year-round events and educational programming. So in partnership with the Lakeland International Airport, Visit Central Florida, the FUN Aerospace Expo, ACE, and also CMT, we have already begun the effort to reimagine our footprint on the airport for our next 50 years. With the development of the new runway, we need to prepare our campus for the impact that will bring. And many have commented to me on the negative impacts the new runway could have, but I'm quick to point out the actual positive impact the opportunity provides us to reimagine our footprint. I can already see 2 new 40,000 square foot exhibit buildings that will house all of our exhibitors in the future. That will also house year-round events here in Polk County, new campgrounds for our visitors, new much larger Florida Air Museum. I will tell you our friends at NOAA are getting C-130s in the next 8 to 10 years, so we're going to get one of their P-3s here, so we want to be ready for that. For that new facility. And as we move forward, you know, there's a lot that we need to do. But I encourage you, in the future in Flight Plaza, we have a master site development tent there with our engineering firm. So I encourage you to go. There are 3 forums per day because we want to hear your thoughts and opinions from our stakeholders and from our partners here about our next 50 years. So with that, I want to thank you all for being here, and we're going to move on with the program. But have a great show, be safe, and I hope all the success for you guys this year. Thank you so much.
Well, hello everyone. I'm Brian Huff from King Schools. I'm the Senior Vice President of Business Development, and John and Martha and Barry Canutula, the owners of King Schools, want to send their best. They're actually on their way in the Falcon as we speak. And they've prepared a video for everybody since they weren't able to attend. And I just wanted to let everybody know that there's a small time adjustment that came up last minute. In there, we mentioned that we have a press conference at 2 o'clock, but it's actually at 2:30. So that's the only change. But John and Martha will be arriving later on, and also want to invite everybody that there will be a meet and greet at our exhibit booth in Hangar D, booth 2 and 3, on Friday at 3:30. So feel free to come by, get your photos and autographs and everything else at the booth. But without further ado, John and Martha.
Well, hello, fellow pilots. I'm John Kang.
And I'm Martha King. As pilots, we're always looking forward, staying ahead of what's coming towards us.
We've had the same philosophy with our business since together we started King Schools in 1974. But this year we've been spending a bit of time looking back and sharing where we've been and what we've done.
All year long, we're celebrating our 50th year of teaching pilots. 50 years of having the privilege of earning the trust of the aviation community and helping people become better and safer pilots.
And what an honor it's been to play a role in the aviation lives of so many pilots over the years.
But it's time now to look forward to what's happening with King Schools this week and in the coming year.
So here is Barry Canutla, our CEO and co-owner with us of King Schools, to give you a heads up on the news we'll be releasing this week.
So thank you, John and Martha. Well, the first thing we wanted to let you know is that we'll have a full press conference here at Sun and Fun on Thursday, April 11th at 2 p.m. at the Innovation Center in the room that has the amazing projection sphere. Now, if you're a member of the press here in Lakeland, please join us on Thursday. If you're viewing this remotely, we'll put the press conference up on YouTube for you to see soon afterwards. We'll also be sending out press releases. Now, some of the things we'll be sharing include details of our 50th year celebration. And you can also go to kingschools.com/50-years and see schedules, promotions, and appearances during 2024. We'll also be showing you our new course, Maneuvers for the Private Pilot. This course features pilot's point of view video and animated graphics that show you step-by-step procedures for each maneuver in the ACS. We also have a new free course where Martha shows you how to use your E6B flight computer. And on Thursday, we'll be introducing you to our 2024 NAFI Flight Instructor Scholarship winner. And lastly, we'll share details about John and Martha receiving the Richard McSpadden General Aviation Safety Award, presented to them by AOPA in Washington, D.C. a few weeks ago.
I think as a community, we're better off because of AOPA celebrating this. Thank you very much, AOPA.
So thank you, Sun and Fun, and the entire A&N team for hosting us, and
we'll see you
at the airport.
And good morning. So I'm Richard Kazmarek with CKD Aerospace and CKD Aero. CKD Aerospace is based out of Sandersville, Georgia. We are the owners now of Fisher Flying Products, and we are an advanced company. We are worldwide. So we're actually an international company. We, at this time, we're in production in 5 different continents and 8 different locations. We have an experienced team of engineers, designers, and our goal is to help bring kit manufacturers forward. So a lot of the companies that have great ideas but don't necessarily have the money to spend moving forward and getting these kits into production, we can assist them with that. On top of that, we actually take care of everything in the aviation world. We do everything from maintenance to production, kit building for customers. Basically anything you could possibly need in aviation. CKD is a little over 20-year-old company. We started off in the automotive industry with green efforts. So we build what's called knockdown packaging. This allows us to ship, our customers to ship their products direct to the assembly line, retrieve the products that are needed, and then close up the packaging, return it back to be refilled. So you'll find I do not follow slides. My company likes to try to get me to do things, but I don't follow very well with instructions on that manner. So our goal at this time is we're bringing Fisher Flying Products back to the market. With Fisher Flying Products, for most people to know, Fisher's been around for over 40 years. Mike Fisher designed some beautiful aircraft all built in Sitka spruce, nature's composite. Unfortunately, nature's composite has been used up. We cannot buy quality spruce that we used to be able to purchase. Fisher's goal is now to bring the Fisher product line into the modern age. make it so that it is still affordable for the builder to build, easy for us to manufacture, but yet move it forward. So we're working to bring the aircraft into the steel tube and fabric type construction, as well as composites. As of this year, we have partnered with Kite Magnetics out of Australia, and we will be designing and building the airplane we call the E-Hawk. Our design goals on the E-Hawk is a battery-powered aircraft with a 2-hour flight duration on battery power. As we've gone through this design process, we have found we can actually make the airplane lighter than when it was built with spruce, and we can open up things that we can do within the airplane. So we can make it a little larger. As time goes, we will develop that Dakota Hawk all the way out through a 4-place type aircraft. Our ultimate design goal is to take an airplane that's been flying around for the last 30 years and bring that thing into the point that it will continue on for the next 20, 30 years. So on the screen now is the picture of the Dakota Hawk, the most popular design that we offer. So we will have the Carbon Hawk and a 4-seater within the next 18 months. We also have the Archon. The Archon went from proof of concept and is now heading into manufacturing. It showed up first time at Oshkosh 2 years ago. The original design was single place, flew on a Rotax 503. The new design now is 2-place and flies on 100 horse, with, in our case, the Zonson engine. But for those that are not ready to try out Zonson, they'll have the option of being able to use the Rotax 912. Zonson, 40-year company. It's a company, believe it or not, you probably have it in your home today. They manufacture over 1 million engines that are imported into the U.S. every year. Zonson is a fabulous company to work with, and they do believe in quality. One of the other sides of our business is textiles. So we are actually in the process of developing complete aircraft covers. This will cover the full airplane, lessen the need of necessarily having a hangar if you can't afford a hangar, so have the ability to cover your airplane protected. We have a full manufacturing capability, CNC, powder coating, basically anything you need we can do, right down to laser cutting, laser welding. Yeah, we're there for you. So the biggest goal for us is making things reproducible and done affordably, and we are here for anybody in the aviation world. So, thank you.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the 50th Annual FUN Aerospace Expo. And I guess I have to click on this critter. There we go. There we go. We're pleased to report that the FUN Digital Daily program, in addition to the new and improved FUN Innovation Preview we present today, has been expanded dramatically to reinforce and include even more daily online stories at snfdd.com. Live video morning briefs at 0900 each morning at airborne-live.net. Airborne news wrap-ups via our award-winning airborne news programs at airborne-tv.net. Added coverage being collected also for the all-digital sport plane resource guide at sportplane.com. Now, starting Saturday, April 13th, we will be okay, let's drop this here and really make a show. We will be webcasting a live pre-show program highlighting the best of FUN 2024, and then live streaming the entirety of the day's air show at airborne-live.net. Come on. Here we go. The next-gen all-digital sport plane resource guide continues to grow, taking advantage of all manner of multimedia digital technologies to present all the info needed by today's sport flyer and tomorrow's Mosaic community. As we built this ebook, we discovered extensive new capabilities, went back to the drawing board and redesigned much of it to be able to deal with all the tools now allowed by today's online platforms. First look at the initial 1,000 pages will be made available soon, and you can register for a free pass at sportplane.com. Since the loss of the Sebring and DeLand winter sport aviation fly-ins, we've sensed a sincere desire for something to replace them with better locations, a tighter sense of direction, and even better facilities and local community support. And we think we have a solution. The Affordable Flying Expo is on the drawing board for January 9th to 11th of 2025. It will be based here at the FUN Aerospace Expo campus in Lakeland, Florida, home of the FUN Aerospace Expo. Based in hangars A, B, as well as C if we need it, the event will conduct its flying right in front of the hangars, close by, with all exhibits under the roof, while static aircraft displays will be right out in front. Strong emphasis on workshops, education, lots of flying, and demos, as well as just plain fun, are all parts of the plan. More info will be posted shortly to affordableflyer.com. All these programs and elements, as well as perceptible gaps in the need of the GA community, have led to the formation of a new program, now under the guidance of Cirrus founder Alan Klapmeyer, former AOPA President Phil Boyer, ANN CEO, well, me, and a stunning lineup of expert, passionate, dedicated aviators and organizations. The impetus for this program occurred when Paul Poberezny's grassroots dedicated Sport Aviation Association from years ago was passed along to us, along with some other critical resources and guidance that demanded that we respect this great man's dedicated efforts. While many work on behalf of aviation in assorted ways, combining the spirit of Paul's SAA, aspects of the Hoover Foundation, which I direct, and the leadership of truly passionate aviators is leading us to create something we call the Aviation Alliance. It's a program designed to work with all, compete with no one, and is tightly focused on the grassroots flyer. The four cornerstones of this effort focus on basic primary aviation education with emphasis on skill sets that seem forgotten, at least after the check ride is over, but seen again and again in our accident reports. Aero consumer education, advocacy, protection, and guidance primarily through the use of the new Sport Plane Resource Guide and its staff of industry experts. A different approach, an aggressive one when necessary, to speak up for the world of aviation, and a not like normal approach to fighting anti-aviation politics and similar efforts. In other words, at the appropriate time, we aim to misbehave. And finally, to restore the solidarity, affordability, family attitude, and spirit that once typified and protected the aviation community for decades. And again, TAA stands with and for the rights, protection, affordable access, education, and support of a grassroots flyer. Details and initial program offerings will be published to av8r.net in early June. Amazing details to come, we promise. And frankly, we're excited about this because we've got the best people we can possibly find to be involved, and they're ready to go to work. We thank you for your attention. Let us know how we can help you.
Hello everyone, good morning. My name is Braden Lentz, Brand Director with Lift Aviation. Today we're here to tell you guys a little bit more about how we're redefining the future of aerial technology with our AV 2.1 fixed wing aviation helmet. Before we get into some of the features and benefits, I'd like to tell you guys a little bit more about what makes Lift Aviation Lift Aviation. So we were started in 2017, launched at Oshkosh EAA AirVenture, and proceeded to partner with and create a sister company called Lift Airborne Technologies, who was founded to create and pursue the AV 2.1 next generation fixed wing contract for the U.S. Air Force. This helmet and its predecessor, the AV2 for the next generation fixed wing contract, has been engineered and developed to redefine the future of aviation technology. Not only the AV 2.1, but the AV2 has withstood the demand of rigorous mil-spec testing protocols and thus been awarded the contract in 2024, allowing Lift Aviation to bring to the market and the GA community this amazing technology. Can you flip me one, please? All right, a little bit more about our mil-spec approvals and beyond. So not only the AV 2.1, but also the AV 2.2 for the next generation fixed-wing helmet for the U.S. Air Force has undergone and exceeded over 53 plus military standard requirements. This is above and beyond what any other legacy option on the market has physically and successfully passed through the U.S. Air Force and military testing. This has also surpassed the 600 keys wind blast testing for the U.S. Air Force and includes groundbreaking and innovative technology across the entire helmet platform that is key at dispersing and absorbing impact energy in the cockpit. This list looks a little bit long, but we'll go through just a few features and benefits on the helmet which make this so special to the GA community as well as our warfighter for the U.S. Air Force. This helmet features a EPS Koroyd combo impact liner. This is extremely crucial for multiple impact protection when getting involved in an aircraft crash. It's produced with thick weave pre-impregnated carbon fiber, making it extremely lightweight and comfortable and impact protected. We use internal adjustable bayonet receivers as well as a fit system dial knob in the occipital bone in the nape area. We offer flow vents, comfort liners, magnetic chin straps, single pivot visor, dual pivot visor. It is also backwards compatible for all legacy models of helmet-mounted cueing systems, as well as NVG capability for anybody in the GA space that will be flying with that equipment. What I think makes this helmet super special is its widest field of vision available on the market to date. It introduces a 2.6 degree increased field of vision than standard legacy helmets that are available. And staying true to our standard to lift aviation and choosing better, this helmet, the AV2 and the AV1, has unparalleled comfort. So what makes these benefits beneficial to not only the pilot, but the companies and people that are working to support us as well? So this helmet, in comparison to other legacy options, is 21% lighter. This allows pilots to sustain confidence, focus, and longevity in the aircraft, whether you're GA or next generation fixed wing, U.S. military, Air Force, Navy, or anybody in between. We offer a 22% enhanced center of balance or center of gravity, which is absolutely crucial when introducing those helmet-mounted cueing systems as well as the NVG mounts. Again, keeping that pilot in the cockpit longer with better recognition of safety and overall goal of the end goal in mind. And again, touching back on the 2.6 degree increased field of vision, compared to other legacy helmets on the market, this is the widest field of vision available. So we want to make sure that not only can you see what you're doing, but you have confidence in making sure that there's no tunnel vision occurring, or you're really clear-minded when operating the aircraft. So to keep it short and sweet, I really appreciate your guys' time this morning. We invite you to continue on the journey with us in redefining the future of aerial technology. The AV 2.1 and the AV 2.2, as well as our brand new elevated series, along with our pilot shoes, knee boards, commercial pilot shirts, and pretty much anything in between, will be available at our booth at Southeast 9899, right next to the Phillips 66 Compass Rose. If you can find that, go ahead and take a look up and you'll see us right there. So feel free to stop on by, ask us any questions that you might have, and we have some amazing show specials to be able to offer to everybody here this week. So thank you very much and enjoy your day.
I guess so. Yeah. It's the EarthX slides. All right. Hello, Reg Nicholson with EarthX Lithium Batteries. Last year, EarthX celebrated its 10th anniversary in the aviation market space. Most of our customers are familiar with us due to our experimental aircraft batteries. It's not working. No, next slide, please. All right. Next slide, please. Yeah. Next slide. All right. But in recent years, we've been focusing on the certified GA market. So we have a couple of batteries now on the certified market. We have a 12 volt and a 24 volt battery. These cover about 80% of the marketplace. Yeah, this clicker is not working, so. Yeah, so we get this question all the time. Why the interest in lithium batteries for aircraft? I mean, the obvious is weight. Weight savings is huge. That's why a lot of customers initially are interested in a lithium battery. But besides the weight, they have incredible cranking power, and they generally can last, 2 to 3 times longer than what's currently available in lead-acid batteries.
Engine start is smoother and easier in all weather conditions with the new intelligent lightweight battery. Your battery has a smaller footprint and it's lighter, 20 pounds lighter. Because the battery is smart, it's monitoring itself to make sure you are getting the greatest performance on your.
All right, next slide, please. Yeah, so our focus in the last year has been on STCs. We are working on STCs for most popular 12 volt and 24 volt aircraft out there in the marketplace. Here's a list of some of them that we received recently. We've got a bunch of Pipers, Cessnas, and Carbon Cubs. All right, this year, exciting year. We have a couple of new battery products available. We have a lightweight 8 amp hour backup battery. Meet your 30 minutes rule for backing up avionics and whatnot. It is 24 volt, but we also are introducing a turbine start battery. So it's a monster of a battery. It's 1200 cranking amp. It'll start a turbine engine. Yeah, the ETX 400, that's the backup battery. It's 8 amp hour, and it's right around 5 pounds. Yeah, the ETX 1200, I don't know if that slide popped up. The ETX 1200, is it? Oh, we'll just skip that. So yeah, we're working on, those two batteries are available for the experimental market today, and we've been working on the TSO certification. We expect to have that TSO certification by the end of this year. So like I said, we've been around the aviation market for about 10 years now. When people really need a battery that's high performance, lightweight, they really trust EarthX. Here's a couple of the people that are using EarthX batteries. We got Rob Holland, he's our Acrobat champion. Mike Patey, when he does any of his builds, watch any of his videos, in there's an EarthX battery. Yeah, next slide, please. And then Steve Henry, the stall champion, he's been using EarthX batteries for many, many years now. So yeah, we're really excited this year. Yeah, first time we're going to have the turbine start battery and then a backup battery. And if you have any other questions, come see us in Hangar A. Thanks.
Good morning. I'm Christopher Rude, CEO of Delta Hawk Engines. I'm here today to talk about some exciting opportunities and some exciting innovations that Delta Hawk's been able to achieve over time. I'd like to announce that we are expanding our FAA certified DHK 180 jet-fueled engines. The FAA's first clean sheet of paper engine, piston engine that's been certified in over 50 years. And we're in the process of expanding that to both 200 and 235 horsepower outputs above and beyond the 180 that is already certified. We are working on the amendment and that expansion as we speak, but in the process, we've had a very good commercial success in a lot of different airframe customers as well as pilots. We've had some military applications and success with NASA and the military for contracts, not only for our engine and the capabilities of multi-fuels with JP5, JP8 and avgas, and Jet A, but we've also had the ability to use it for range extension hybrid applications and different things that have shown that we've been able to get the range that are necessary for the performance criteria necessary as we go forward. We also have announced the innovation of the adaptation of our engine to be powered by hydrogen, and look forward for some of the customers that we're in the process of working on that with in the future. Today also, we are announcing the reservation system is open to be able to take reservations for a complete firewall forward package for both the Bearhawk and a Vans RV14. Those reservations can be taken directly from our website. Also, with the innovations on our website, they have the ability to place an order to talk to a customer service rep or to answer any questions that we may have. We have a booth here. Please come and visit. We also have our test bed airplane that we flew down from Racine, Wisconsin that's arrived. And we look forward to being able to show each and every one of the pilots and the media that as we move forward. At the end of this talk today, for those in the media and the press, we do have press kits available. See Amelia in the Delta Hawk shirt, and she'd be able to provide that and everything, as well as it will be added to our website in the future. When you look at the innovation side of where technology has gone, you ask, why do we need new power technologies? With the EPA endangerment letter for avgas, and the removal of 100% of lead from airborne emissions capable by having a jet fuel-based piston engine, we look forward to basically helping the environment with improved range efficiency and power. I'd like to invite Dan Lewis from Piper Up Aircraft to the stage with me. We have one more announcement for today. Above and beyond the experimental aircraft that we've mentioned that we have firewall forward kits for, as we speak today, Delta Hawk and Piper are announcing a joint partnership for offering a jet-fueled option with a PA-44 multi-engine aircraft. So,
and for those of you who don't know, a PA-44, that is the Seminole. All right, I think I'm next. Is this going to work? Aha. So earlier this year, we announced the newest fleet airplane that we have for our lineup for aviation, and that's the M700 Fury. We announced it in, I think, January, got it type certified in February, and we're delivering our first production aircraft to our customers in Des Moines, I think this week actually. So it's pretty exciting. Our serial number 3 is at our booth. You can come look at it and see and learn more about it. Is that you or me? So next up behind me is going to be Pratt Whitney, and he'll talk a little bit more about this, I'm sure, too, but it is the 700 shaft horsepower motor that we have running this new ship. It's come certified standard now with a 5-blade composite prop. We've redesigned the exhaust stacks. We're about 3 decibels quieter than we were in the M600, its predecessor. So we get a lot of comments on that. It's well below the required Part 23 certified sound requirements. I think it's 83, and we're at 73, something like that. We also have a new starter generator, 175 amp versus the 135 or the 145 on the 600, and it starts up super fast and super cool. So it's a great improvement on our power plant. In addition, we changed our plenum and our baffling systems to create more efficiencies in airflow and in keeping the engine efficiencies better. Our bypass mechanism is a little bit smaller, so Bernoulli's principle, as you know, is going to accelerate that air and keep it cooler and more efficient. In addition, electrical updates, we have the bigger, larger Concorde battery that increases our amp hours from 35 to 30, or from 38 to now 53 amp hours, and that's a big improvement. That's been an upgrade on the M600 for years. Some of the new system software updates we have from Garmin is we have these synoptics pages now that you can look on your aircraft in flight, on the ground, pre-flight, including a weight and balance seating chart and position levels, so you can always tell if you're within the envelope. And we have the glide range ring that will help you guide to an airport or from an airport should you lose the engine. It's not very likely with the Pratt Whitney, but if you run out of fuel for some reason, then that will help guide you there. It is not auto glide, it is just a range ring. In addition, we have 3D taxiway routing. We have assisted cabin briefers. Here's
Welcome
one of them.
aboard. Please pay attention to these important safety instructions. We will be reaching our destination soon. Before landing, please ensure that your seatbelts are properly fastened and that your seats are in the most upright position. Enjoy the rest of your flight.
And my favorite.
Smoking is prohibited at all times. Federal regulations require all occupants to comply with all placards.
It comes with about 22 of these pre-recorded. I can't wait to hack it and have one specifically talk to my wife. In addition, we have Garmin PlaneSync. It's a remote capability using the GDL60 device that you can look at your system from home, and some of the options you can do: upload, download your databases, check the oil temperature and location of your airport. In summary, we've got the 700 shaft horsepower motor with 5-blade composite, redesigned exhaust stacks, and reduced takeoff and landing. So we improved the product by probably about 30% all around. Come take a look at us at our booth just up the way here, and if you want a demo flight, someday in the near future, I'll be your guy. That's all I've got today. Oh, some of the performance numbers are there. Some of our special paint schemes you might see. One of those is here today. And I think some of our interiors you'll see also at our booth. But I am now out of time. So come see us.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Cedric Gauthier. I'm Vice President, Sales and Marketing for the GA segment at Pratt Whitney, Canada. The team and I see some team members over here, team and I are very thrilled to be here at Sun and Fun 2024, and I'm extremely happy to talk about the general aviation segment with you all this morning. So we all like numbers, so let's start with a few stats. There's some relevant numbers for Pratt Whitney Canada since our inception in 1928. We did celebrate 95 years not too long ago. Since we launched our first PT6 engine in 1963. So the fleet, the total fleet of our engine has accumulated over 1 billion flight hours, so not 1 million, but 1 billion. We don't see that often in the industry. Half of those hours, so over 500 million, accumulated on the PT6 itself. We've delivered over 65,000 PT6 engine to the GA market and other markets as well since 1963. Very proud of that. And today, the entire fleet of Pratt Canada is comprised of over 61,000 engines that are flying on 43,000 aircraft, a bit more than 43,000 aircraft. And obviously, we keep adding many thousands per year on that fleet. The PT6 engine is a multi-mission, multi-platform engine. We power commuter aircraft, connecting smaller economies to economic hubs. We power cargo aircraft, delivering goods. FedEx is one of our large customers. Interesting stat as well, Pratt powers 70% of all fixed-wing global humanitarian aircraft mission. We proudly support firefighting as well as ag application aircraft. So these are two very important segments that we all need in our life in a context that we know. And finally, 12,000, in excess of 12,000 of our engines are found in the security and defense space, with the vast majority of these aircraft being on the PT6. So again, last year we celebrated 60-year anniversary. We have a 2,000-person global customer service network supported by over 54 owned and operated designated MRO facilities around the world. Quickly, as our colleague partner from Piper just spoke about, so very great announcement last night, unveiling on the M700 Fury. So in February, alongside Piper, we announced the all-new Piper M700 powered by our PT6 A52 engine. Latest milestone, obviously, between our two companies after 55 years of working together, so we're extremely proud of this. When it comes to turboprop, we're also very proud to announce that Piper is an exclusively PT6A OEM. So we work closely with Piper to integrate an electronic low oil level indicator. It's a first for Piper, and this provides a much easier workload for the pilot. So the PT6A52 provides the M700 with 25% shorter takeoff field length and landing performance compared to the M600 program that we power as well with them. So it's clear that the PT6 engine remains the engine of choice for the general aviation community. So with over 6 decades of innovation and focus with the PT6 engine, we launched in 2019 the PT6 E-Series engines, and I'd like to show a quick video about this groundbreaking engine. So the PT6 E-Series is changing the fundamentals of flight. I feel like at the Oscar, I'm seeing 1 minute here. I feel like the actors at the Oscar. I'm a bit stressed. Maybe I'll do like at the Oscar and I won't listen. So since its seamless entry into service in 2019, we've delivered more than 400 engines to the two OEMs that are operating that engine. So we're very proud of this milestone. And the fleet has accumulated already over 100,000 flight hours. So the two OEMs being Pilatus and the Hare, so the Hare on the TBM 960 and Pilatus on the PC12 NGX. So finally, this application that we have with the PT6 E-Series, the overall system helps design, it's basically designed to help optimize the power and efficiency in all phases of flight by constantly reviewing all engine parameters and making the necessary adjustment to the fuel flow and propeller blade angle. So finally, we like to communicate to our operators around the world, and we have a nice app that we put together. So it's called Know My PT6 app. Basically, it's the power of your PT6 in the palm of your hand. Apps are nothing new, but ours is really, it's a community that has grown around the PT6. We have over 18,000 users and growing, and we continue to expand the functionality of the app, and we're very proud of the unique content that we have with articles and things that the community likes to to digest on a daily basis, and it keeps on growing and it keeps making us really popular with our customers. So thank you very much to all our customers. So we wish you all a great Sun and Fun 2024. I don't know if Gene is still around, but he's putting a great event together, and we hope that he has a great vacation after this week that will be ended. You can come see us in Hangar B at booth 46, and we're looking forward to see you all. Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Welcome everybody. This is Alessandro Mazzaferro, Sales Manager of Vazzi Motors. It's an honor and a privilege to be here at Sun and Fun. And furthermore, having the chance to represent Vazzi at Innovation Preview, an Italian company with innovation rooted in its DNA ever since day zero. More than 2 decades of innovation, starting from mini motorcycle, which have been introduced by our founder, Vittoriano Orazzi, in Europe back in the 80s, and crucially contributing to the growth of a generation of motorbike pilots phenomenon. Just the guy famous guy in the photo, which I bet I don't have to introduce to anybody of you. And then in continuity, with today's backbone of Vazzi, Matteo and Andrea Orazzi, in the paramotor foot-launch, trike, delta, ultra-microlight engines, consistently setting the bar of innovation higher and higher, and with a complete lineup of engines that runs from the Atom 80, the bestseller Monster 185, the Factory R, and the Cosmos 300. Of course, this is the today. However, as we all know, the mindset of innovators is of those who never satisfied with their achievements, therefore always commitment to outline tomorrow's path with new engines and new engines applications. The main reason for which we are here today is to introduce to you a groundbreaking innovation into the microlight aviation, the Cosmos EFI engine. The EFI is a real milestone for Vazzi. The real proof of the revolutionary and pioneer soul of the company, which dared to innovate so bravely to the benefit of paramotors, delta, trike, and microlights pilots. A careful and focused approach, creating an unprecedented and innovative technology with super performances. The Cosmos EFI set another milestone. It's a two-stroke engine, completely dedicated to the ultralight aviation, with a fully integrated EFI unit, a twin-spark plug system, liquid cooling, centrifugal clutch, countershaft, all in one, and the revolutionary plug-and-play system for a unique excellence in its category. Despite we're talking about a new technology, in essence, the EFI, as ever since January 2024, hit the market thanks to the introduction of the Monster 185 EFI, a solution dedicated to the paramotor market, setting new thresholds in terms of easiness of use, flexibility, efficiency, and versatility. In a nutshell, the features that define the EFI technology. It's a completely in-house developed solution meant for two-stroke engines, therefore compact, fully integrated, and vibration-resistant system. It's an unprecedented performance with maximum comfort, reduced vibrations, smooth gain speed, with a single start-stop button, safety start system that shut down the power in emergencies. It comes with a warranty of 2 years, 150 hours, and a fuel efficiency that runs from 15% up to 30% compared to other solutions, reliability and durability, and it's an high quality product. And I'm really proud to say that to demonstrate how solid it is, the technology of Vazzi, and how we innovate, the principle of the EFI, its innovative fuel management system, has been patented in US recently. It's an outstanding achievement for the company in the biggest by far country for paramotor and light aviation market in the world. Just a few seconds left to invite all of you to come over and join us at light plane area, booth 60, and at Innovation Showcase, Future and Flight Plaza, booth 19 and 20. Thank you all. Thank you very much.
Bald eagles in a dog fight. How lucky are we to enjoy these beautiful animals? Good morning, everybody. My name is Giuseppe G-Man Calzabiano. I'm proud president of NovoFlight. I'm a pilot and a trail runner, and I get to see these things near my house. I want to first thank Gene and Jim and the whole team for putting this together. It's fantastic to be here. I also want to thank all of you fellow aviators. We're crazy passionate about leaving the ground as fast and as often as we can. Also, I want to say hi to the crowd out there virtually on YouTube and on the Aero-News channel. Thank you for attending remotely. NovoFlight Technologies is a high-tech startup that is born in Kalispell, Montana, with headquarters both in Montana and in India, with development centers for software and hardware both in US and India. We were born with the mission of enhancing convenience, productiveness, efficiency, but most importantly, safety in the aviation world. We are here to announce our first line of product, the Aviator platform. In our world of fantastic electronic bags, maintenance tracking, let me see. I'm clicking, but it's not. Oh, one back. Sorry about this. Should have, I'm gonna go one forward. Should be this slide, please. There we are. Now, maybe this one. In our world of electronic flight bags, maintenance tracking software, flight club scheduling, web apps, spreadsheets, pieces of papers that we keep clipped on our airplanes, notepads, we are now to relieve all of that by replacing all these devices with one platform. which is either a standalone app in the palm of your hands or is a web browser accessible over the internet. Imagine an owner-operator with one plane, or 3 partners owning 2 planes in a flight club, or a flight school, or a Part 135 operators managing 5 planes, 7 pilots, 3 customers, and different missions. Now, imagine scheduling all those flights, all those pilots, all those applications at the same time in real time, with every actor in the chain being able to see the data that the other players have put in place. How do we do this? How does Aviator do this? We do it by using, storing, loading the data in the cloud. And thank you, Microsoft, who has trusted in us and invested in us. Every data point that any player in the group of the aviation customer enters into the app will be visible to the other players. As an example, a pilot that flies a Part 135 operation logs his time or her time and logs the required oil changes. The mechanics will see that, and they will log the maintenance discrepancies and return to flight. The system will be able to predict 100 hours, 50 hours oil change, as well as progressive maintenance, and all of this is in the palm of your hands. So say goodbye to paper logbooks for planes, paper discrepancies, and welcome Aviator, which now is available on the Apple Store for download. If you want to have a talk about the different levels, how to use it, come and see us at the booth Delta 79. And with this, I thank you all, and I welcome to see us at the booth or online at the Apple Store. Thank you very much.
There's something wrong here. Okay, anyway, good morning, everyone. I'm very happy to be here at Sun and Fun with all of the aviation enthusiasts. My name is Raphaël Maître. I am the Vice President for Customer Support at Daher. As you know, Daher is a famous aircraft manufacturer that has 2 product lines, the TBM and the Kodiak. And here today we are not going to talk about the product, but we are going to talk about some innovation that we have decided to launch in 2017 when the key... Okay, well, okay, what's going on? Matt is helping me retrieving everything, as you can see. The digital sometimes has its own surprise. It's slide 108. Okay, so are we going to be able to? Yes. Oh, that looks much better. Thank you, Matt. So we are back to square one. So let's go. So what we were trying to do is obtain some or create some value from the data that we were able to collect from our aircraft. So in 2017, as I was trying to explain, we started the initiative of equipping our aircraft with an appropriate box that could collect data and then transmit this data after the flights. So we've partnered with Pratt Whitney that helped us install the fast box on the TBM 940, 910 at that time. We've been able to collect more than 35,000 flight hours on the records today. The fleet has accumulated more than 2.4 million hours flight hours. So all of that was about safety. Safety is in our DNA. Everything we do on the product side and on the innovation side is trying to enhance safety. We always have our end user in mind. Safety is a commitment. It is a complex notion, and there are several actors at play when it comes to trying to elevate the bar. As you can see here, the different actors that are playing a big role are our dealer to start with when it comes to selling the plane. Underwriters who are writing the policies to define what's going to be the safety criteria for owners and to write their policies. The safety organization. Training providers, of course, are on the front line. And last but not least, the TBM OPA Association, with which we are partnering every week, every day. We are having a lot of interactions, and I would like to thank some of their representatives being with us today. So all we do in this segment has been done in collaboration. There's nothing we want to do on our side. So the Me and My TBM application, this is what we are talking about here, has several features. We are now coming to its 6th version, and we are preparing the version 7 as we speak. So I'm not going to go too much into the details of what it does. The video is going to show it more and more and going to insist of what the latest is doing. What you can see on that graph is the rise of the number of users that we've been having over time with the application. We are reaching 400 users, which is a big share of the fleet today, and we are quite happy to see that. That was also made possible because we were creating solutions for earlier avionics. You understand that all this goes through your ARINC data bus and the avionics. The safety score, when our owners are flying, they are creating a lot of data, and we are evaluating their stabilized approach criteria, and we are scoring that. As you can see, in the beginning, the scoring was pretty low, around 20%. We are reaching now an 80% across the fleet, and that's an amazing achievement for us. We are very happy to see the results. V6 was mainly to turn the application from an aircraft-centric application to a pilot-centric application, so that operators with multiple pilots could also play the game and have different scoring. So that's typically what it does. We also created several paths so that owners who wanted to go into different application can create the path for their data to go there, to Cloud Ahoy or Flysto, for example. So the last creation was the stabilized approach criteria, which is the report that is elaborated by let's say, the platform and sent to your email, and that you can use to different purposes. One of that was, of course, to demonstrate your capability to your insurance. Oh. Can you put the video, please? The slides are now going crazy again. So while Matt is actively working on the digital side of this, I wish we can show you the video, which is going to summarize much better than I do everything that this app is doing for the owners. We are not lucky today. I wish I can save an extra minute, please. Maybe I'm going to stop play with this, huh? So Safe Horizon is the brand we're using to host everything we do on the safety side. Thank you, Matt. So I think this video is a pretty good summary of what this application is doing. I invite you to download a demo version from the App Store or the Google Play if you want. You can see the QR code here, and you get the demo login that you need to retain if you want to be able to log in, and we'll provide you with a set of data so you can start playing with it. And if that speech was not clear enough, thanks to our little issues today, please feel free to come see us at the DIAR booth, and we'll give you a more live demo of this crazy and really innovative application. Thank you for your attention.
All right, good morning. Good morning. I'm John Chargo. I'm part of the engineering team at uAvionix. We're excited to be here at Sun and Fun. I'm excited to be here. Sun and Fun, two things I love. We're using this as a platform to announce our latest accessory for the AV30, the AV-HSI. The AV30 is a multi-function display that's used to retrofit a lot of general aviation aircraft, be they experimental or certified. It's a 3-inch display that can replace your attitude indicator, directional gyro, and be a multi-function display. The AV-HSI adds the ability to interface with IFR navigators, bringing approaches and en-route guidance to your AV30s. I've been excited to fly with this over the last several months as we developed it, and here at Sun and Fun, we're rolling it out for experimental. A video to show you the AV-HSI.
uAvionix is excited to announce the AV-HSI, an accessory that enables IFR en route and approach guidance on your AV30. This next step in creating an open, connected cockpit networks up to 4 AV30 and your existing IFR-capable GPS navigator, ILS, and VOR receiver. Unlock the precision of ILS and GPS approaches down to LPV minimums on digital displays that go beyond traditional mechanical gauges. With the AV-HSI, the AV30 displays lateral and vertical guidance on your attitude indicator, directional gyro, or as a traditional CDI. The directional gyro includes the traditional HSI display, as well as a moving map that depicts your flight plan, including holds and DME arcs. With a software unlock, the AV-HSI interfaces with digital autopilots, providing GPS steering and coupled instrument approaches. Combined with the AV-APA, coupled approaches with legacy analog autopilots are enabled. The AV-HSI brings the data you need front and center so you can fly with precision and confidence in challenging instrument conditions. The AV-HSI is available today for experimental aircraft and for certified aircraft soon. Take your flying to the next level with the AV30 and AV-HSI from uAvionix.
If you're interested in seeing the AVHSI in action, come see us at our booth. Or if you're interested in any of our other products, we are in Hangar A, and we have a support tent kind of right outside Hangar A. We're doing some sessions at the support tent throughout the week, as well as some classes in the school building. And yeah, that's about it. Come see us. Thank you much.
Thank you. Hello and welcome to the 50th year of Sun and Fun. My name is Sheena Banker and I am one of the co-founders of Vatas Infrastructure and Energy Solutions, as well as the Chief Marketing Officer. I just want to thank Jane Winters very much for creating the Innovation Showcase this year, giving us an opportunity to be here. We launched into the public eye 2 years ago this month when we announced our intent to build at a vertiport at the Whitman Field Airport, which is home of the EAA AirVenture in Oshkosh. We provide a modular built, regulation compliant vertiport and high amperage charging station and landing pad for electric vertical and takeoff and landing aircraft, also known as eVTOL. Vertiports serve as landing infrastructure for eVTOL aircraft, such as this one pictured from Ace VTOL. This is the Australian compliant vertiport rendering. We believe that in order for the advanced air mobility sector to succeed, it needs to be affordable, scalable, and accessible. This is a rendering of our backyard verti-home design that is for one-seater recreational eVTOLs. We are working with eVTOL manufacturers to ensure our charging station is compatible with their aircraft. Our charging station can not only charge eVTOL and other electric aircraft, but also electric vehicles and heavy equipment that require a high amperage charge, such as semis, yachts, and buses. The charging station prototype will be in our booth tomorrow due to a shipping snafu. We've also designed a charging wall that will use eVTOL batteries that have outlived their air life but still have land life available. And these are designed to provide power when the grid isn't sufficient in that area. Vertiport infrastructure is where the future lands today. Thank you, and come see us in the Future in Flight Plaza in the Innovation Showcase.
Good morning. My name is Keith Southard, and welcome for everyone here at Sun and Fun. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the Helicycle turbine helicopter. While the helicopter design itself isn't new, it dates back to the late 90s. I believe the first kits were produced in 2001. It has undergone a continuous level of evolution and innovation as it has proceeded throughout its life. Okay, there we go. So the background is that it was designed by the legendary B.J. Schramm, who was an innovator in early sport helicopters, along with Frank Robinson and others. He designed the Scorpion and later the Rotorway models. And the Helicycle was his last and probably best design in his career. The kit itself entered production in 2001, and we at Helicycle Ventures acquired the rights to the company and the manufacturing tooling in late 2019, right before COVID. Yay. Next slide. Try one more. There we go. So the aircraft highlights itself. It's a single-seat helicopter powered by a solar turbine engine, 150 horsepower, derated to 100, 900-pound gross weight, and about 550 pounds empty weight. We've got a demonstrated service ceiling of over 21,000 feet, and we're going to probably do a little better than that this year because that was a limitation imposed by ATC on us. Next slide. So the kits have improved and evolved from the beginning, mostly in fabrication, processes, and materials. And the first kits were Group 1, Generation 1, and they were produced with the Rotax two-cycle engines. But the turbine engine quickly followed, and it completely transformed the ship. So currently, we began really with the generation kits, reintroducing the kit in 2021, and made some significant development to improve the strength and longevity of the kit components in the airframe. And this was focused mostly on materials and production processes. Next slide. Oh, there we go. We're currently shipping Generation 9 kits, and our Generation 10 kit is under development and will actually enter production probably later this year. So what's the greatest and the latest evolution? Up to Generation 8, airframes were fabricated with hand-bent tubes and brackets, and the more complex parts with multiple bends and complex shapes were then welded together. This is a chrome moly airframe. Generation 9 airframes transitioned to fully CNC fabricated tubes and brackets. And this was a significant level of effort both in engineering and in application. Took us over 2 years to actually get through the testing and development. And with Generation 10 airframe brackets, again, are going to continue to evolve with some slightly heavier airframe brackets. And this is important because it's the position at which the main rotor shaft comes up through the main airframe. Next, a little picture of it there. And that's it for us. Thank you.
Thank you, Sun and Fun, and thank you, Aero-News Network, for this opportunity. My name is Shalom, and I am My name is Shalom, and I am the Executive Director for Monair Aircraft from Brazil. So this is a brief summary that what I will cover here. Roughly 1 minute each of these. I'm going to be talking about our current model, the MC01, about our development for hand controls for pilots with disabilities, and a state of the company, and our new release from next month. So this is our plane. It's a light sport aircraft, high wing, with a big cargo area. It is built in Brazil, and we established now a permanent presence in the US, and we're also aiming other markets. We're heading to South Korea with a recent sale for flight schools over there. This is the kind of panel that we build, full IFR. You can go from basic to full IFR. This is what we're selling to flight schools now. Just another picture so you can have an idea of our aircraft. And this is a quick video. with a hands control, how it works for pilots with disability. You have all the controls, the throttle over there, so nothing changes in the finishing of the plane. So we believe that every pilot must fly. This is a kind of a labor of love. We do not charge anything for this development. So the same price that a regular plane have, you have all these adaptations made for pilots with disability. They don't pay anything more to have a plane with the hand controls. It's just so you can have an idea, just all real leather, the same finishings, and hand controls over there for pilots with disability. This is just briefly from what's in our company recently. The birth was in 2013, and this was some milestones that we achieved. So in the US, we have only 3 years of operations, but we've been acquiring some good sales. We made recently sales of 60 airplanes to a flight school down in Brazil, and we're about to announce this Thursday at our booth a major sale to a US flight school. This is our production plant. When Jim Campbell invited us to talk here, this big building over there, the big square, didn't exist. So I said, well, let me just throw out a picture over there. So we're in full growth. So that's what we achieved in the past months. And this is our new plane, the MC04, and it's a 4-seater of our current model. This plane was going to be unveiled in Brazil in 2 months from now. And you can show, there's other 2 pictures. That's just a brief image of it with a maximum takeoff, a payload of 1,200 pounds. So it's a 4-seater, ready for the new Mosaic proposed rules for light sport aircraft category. Thank you very much. That's all for today.
Hello, and thank you to Sun and Fun and to Aero-News Network for hosting the Innovation Preview. My name is Kevin Uris, and I'm with Bruce's Custom Covers. Since the company was founded in 1979, we've been focused on innovation. We always strive to improve our customer experience and our products. And Matt, if you could jump forward, the clicker's stopped on us. And so as we've observed the steady increase in demand for insulated covers, we also found a steady increase in the lead time, and that became problematic. We wanted to improve lead times and deliver products quickly. And so to do so, we had to come up with a new method that combined materials for insulated products. We know that wintertime can be stressful, and to have to wait on delivery of something can be awful when mandatory flights or other factors influence your operations. If you're Part 135 and you have to take your passengers from one location to the other and you're unable to fly, you might lose a client all over some little weather event. So what is the innovation? We created a composite material through a lamination process. It combines Sunmaster polyester, 3M Thinsulate, and a soft nylon pack cloth on the interior. Those materials are laminated together with heat and glue, resulting in a lightweight yet effective fabric. It's 1/8 inch thick, about 16 ounces per yard, and has an R value of approximately 4. So the benefit, lighter, weight savings, and the same performance as 1-inch thick insulation. The benefits of this are faster lead times, reduced heat flow because there's no longer quilting in the fabric. It's much less bulky, from 1 inch thick to approximately 1/8 inch thick. And it improves our manufacturing consistency because the product is still and not moving around when it's sewn together. We're able to recreate exact patterns and also enable larger procurement. If you're ordering for a fleet, every cover is going to be identical and consistent. And you can see through some testing with our partners at Tannis, we were able to Put the cover outside in an extremely cold environment. The bottom line represents the outside air temperature. And you can see that the Tannis heater performed well, brought the engine to about 50 degrees, which is great compared to what it was outside. But then, as soon as you installed the cover, the heat continued to rise, and you can quickly start your engine without any problems, grinding, unlubrication, or even draining your battery. So to keep it short and simple, if you have any questions, please come by our booth in Hangar B. We're at booth 68, and also we'll be raffling off a cover at the end of the week, so please stop by to submit your information, and we'll include you in that raffle. Thank you.
Hello together. Thank you for the opportunity presenting our product today. My name is Simon. Whoops. I'm trying to do the next slide. Can you go to the next slide, please? Thank you. I'm Simon, the CTO of Scaving's aircraft company, and together with Christian, the CEO, we are proud to present our product today. And thank you to all the organizers and the volunteers who make that happen, and also to everybody who is watching either here or live on the stream. Please, next slide. Next slide, please. Imagine you have hundreds of $millions available to make a 21st century aircraft. Would you invest such an amount into a recreational product? If you are thinking of your return on invest, probably not. Now imagine you want to find the ideal compromise and combination between performance, utility, ramp appeal, safety, reliability, and low cost. What you get would be the SW51 Mustang. Because North American spent into the iconic P-51 Mustang such an amount back in the 1940s. Next slide. To give you some impressions about what we do, here you can find the SW51 Mustang serial number 7, which you can also see on our booth, LD11. Next. This is the serial number 1, yellow jacket, flying in Colombia. Next, please. The serial number 4, above the Swiss mountains. And the serial number 9, Blue Marlin, going to South Africa. The serial number 14, the Thunderbird, which is also on our booth, which you can see there. Now let's talk about the innovation. And we understand innovation as value add. And in blue, you can see the value add. While merging great performance and utility, we are, in our understanding, superior in the ramp appeal, the safety, the reliability, and also at low cost, which we also understand as an innovation. Next. And now how this aircraft can be that innovative. It's about the concept and the features which we install. Iconic design meets the most modern aircraft engine on the market, which is actually the Rotax 916, which we installed first time with the Thunderbird Mustang, which you can see on our stand. It's a FADEC controlled, fuel injected, water cooled, and turbocharged engine. And we combined that with an all carbon fiber airframe, with an electrical landing gear, a robust solid design. It's tandem seated with its unique ramp appeal of a P-51 Mustang, a ballistic rescue system, a full glass cockpit, and many cool system features such as machine gun lights, an autopilot, auxiliary fuel tanks, we have Behringer wheel and brakes, and many more. As well, we are proud to say that we have a superior engine cooling as we profit from this famous belly scoop, which is underneath the fuselage. To give you an idea what we understand as advantage, here in a picture of the landing gear, and you can see in left the SW51 Mustang, and in right the P-51 Mustang, which is basically similar as other aircraft, which have hydraulic landing gears. And with our aircraft, you basically don't see anything, and that is great because what you don't see cannot fail. What you don't see, you don't need to maintain, and you don't need to install it. So that is a great advantage. It comes with a little higher weight, but that is a great compromise here. And the next one. Yeah, please make your own picture on our booth, LD11, which is just next to Sunset Grill. You can also find us in the social media online. And please also feel free to send us a mail at info@scavings.com. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. We are Aeronix, and we're making portable electronic devices for pilots that make the skies safer. What we're showing today and what we're developing is Sentinel. It is a computer vision co-pilot that increases visual situational awareness for all of our general aviation pilots in the sky. So technology has been bringing us great capabilities in the air, but it also brings attention into the cockpit rather than outside. And even today, we're seeing dozens of fatal accidents in the United States every year due to failure to visually identify hazards. On top of this, many of these visual outside tasks are currently unassisted by technology, things such as visually identifying traffic, visually identifying weather, other airborne hazards. And so Sentinel aims to directly address these problems for the general aviation market and the student pilot population that is constantly growing. And most importantly, unlike a normal certified permanently installed avionics package, Sentinel is portable. So with its portable form factor, we can install it in any aircraft on the windshield, which reduces costs and ease of installation. It has multiple power options. It can be powered either via an add-on battery or directly from aircraft power. It has a custom imaging system that delivers and interprets an ultra-wide field of view, about 180 degrees left and right and about 25 degrees up and down. And through all this, it has AI-accelerated hardware that captures that image data, processes it, and then delivers, detects and identifies visual airborne hazard information to the pilot through their existing devices.
So what we've done is we were able to modify some Stratix code, and we were able to take the traffic coming off of the camera, try to match it up with the existing ADS-B traffic, but if it doesn't exist, we go ahead and we try to figure out the azimuth, give you a distance, give you a height above you, and then we are integrating that ADS-B traffic into your popular EFB apps. In the future, we'd like to train AI models to be able to see anything that you can see with like first principles. If you can see weather balloons, jumpers, any kind of other clouds, different things like that, we can train these models to be able to give you hazards and warnings for that.
Next slide.
Awesome. So you might be thinking to yourself, well, what could this possibly cost? So keeping price down is extremely important to our company. So Sentinel will be priced similarly to an iPad or an existing ADS-B. Once purchased, Sentinel will be free to use. With an optional subscription model, though, you'll join an insiders program, allowing you to be part of the latest updates as we roll out new functionality for Sentinel to actually use.
So we have our current prototype model here, if you want to pull it into the camera a little bit. If you can do a live shot, that'd be great. If not, that's all right. But we currently are beta testing our prototypes. We're building in-flight testing time currently with our updated version of the prototype and continually refining the product. So we see Sentinel as an essential part of the pilot's toolkit, and we're excited to continue refining this product, gathering pilot feedback, and really refining this down to a great product that we see everybody being able to get great value out of. Go ahead, next slide. So if you're interested in being part of the beta testing program as we continue to develop this product, we're at booth 11 in the Innovation Showcase tent in the Future in Flight Plaza. Additionally, we are actively seeking investment to help us as we continue to refine this product and make the skies safer. Thank you.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ryan McBride. I am the head of community at Foreflight. For those who aren't familiar with Foreflight, we're a company that's very passionate about making software that makes planning and flying safer, more efficient, easier. One thing that we've been focusing a lot on lately is 3D visualization. 3D visualization, we think, has the potential to really improve situational awareness in Foreflight and in EFBs in general. And how we do 3D visualization in Foreflight is we utilize what's called Metal. Metal is a graphics API that's built into modern versions of iOS, so that means iPads and iPhones. And Metal powers a ton of different visualization technologies in Foreflight. As an example, this is synthetic vision in Foreflight Mobile, showing you terrain, obstacles. Foreflight synthetic vision can be visualized in different contexts. For example, in split screen like this with an IFR procedure. It can also overlay different types of relevant content for situational awareness, such as traffic, which is really handy. But the Metal API powers a lot more than just synthetic vision in Foreflight Mobile. It powers, for example, our 3D airport view. 3D airport view in Foreflight shows you an accurate satellite map with accurate topography for any airport, or really any arbitrary point on planet Earth. Also powers our 3D route preview. This is the ability to visualize a flight, essentially virtually fly this flight in 3D before you even go flying directly in your EFB. As well as weather information. So this is an example of us using the Metal API to visualize icing forecasts along a route in Foreflight. Enter the Vision Pro. We were very excited when Apple announced the Vision Pro recently, and we got together and started thinking about how we can utilize our 3D capabilities in the context of augmented reality. And our engineers and designers came up with a new product, which we're excited to announce as Foreflight Voyager. Foreflight Voyager is available now on the Apple Vision Pro App Store. And the Foreflight Voyager application essentially takes any airport that's available in Foreflight, can be projected into a real 3D space. You can see accurate terrain, satellite imagery, information on the airport, and crucially, live traffic. So you can see live streaming traffic directly in augmented reality. It's fully interactive, so you can zoom in, move around the airport, enter different airports. And in the latest version of the Voyager, the Foreflight Voyager application, we've included live air traffic control. So I'm going to play a movie here, just a short clip of some of the live ATC.
Delta 2348, RNAV Vatas, Roman 9 left, Mike 2, clear for takeoff.
Delta 2348, RNAV Vatas, clear for takeoff, 9 left, Mike 2.
So again, this is live when this was recorded. This is all in augmented reality, looking at Atlanta, tuned into tower. We think augmented reality has huge, huge potential in general aviation. Next slide, please. There we go. And we think it's going to really improve safety and efficiency for general aviation. So if you're interested in learning more, stop by our booth in Hangar C, or you can check out foreflight.com/Voyager, or scan the QR code here to sign up for updates and media releases on Voyager. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon. I'm Keith Barr. I'm the CEO of Sakari USA. And we're focused on the emerging market of personal sport helicopters. Is this working, or do you need to do it? Yeah, there we go. Sakari USA is an Argentina company, and for those of you who might not be familiar, it's been around for about 60 years. Augusto Sakari is a self-taught engineer and self-taught pilot, and has been doing innovation and creating quality machines throughout the world for the last 48 years. They've been selling Sakari brands. Recently, we opened U.S. operations to provide support for North and Central America. North America being the largest aviation market in the world. A little amazed that they weren't already in this market. It's a great place to fly. Obviously, located in Reno, we have a lot more scenic terrain than a lot of places. But our objective there was to build an assist program for customers, provide sales and technical support, and develop training partners in the U.S. as well. I lead the rotorcraft task group for Mosaic, which is a new light sport certifications rewrite, which is going to affect both sport pilot community as well as the light sport owners. So helicopters are going to become part of that new light sport certification. Helicopters operate in some very unimproved areas. I mean, that's the whole idea behind helicopters, is to go places where you can't normally go. There's a huge movement on the sport pilot side and sport aviation side for bush aircraft, which I also own. But operating in unimproved areas comes with its risks, which is one of the reasons why we believe helicopters have a little bit higher accident rating. And we're focused on trying to reduce the risks around operating helicopters so that our new pilots, a lot of them sport pilot or sport helicopter might be the first engagement that they have to flying helicopters. So our objective is to really provide a safer environment for those folks. One of those safety elements that we have available, because we have CAN bus instrumentation in the helicopters, we can provide digital inputs to system for vortex ring state. Vortex ring state for helicopter, if you're not a helicopter pilot, is a condition that the helicopter can enter into when you have power applied in a descent that could cause it to feed its own wake. And that means you can't arrest its descent rate. It's one of the leading causes of accidents in helicopters and hard landings. And objective for us is to take that information and provide a visual warning that actually warns the user. Go ahead and click there. It actually warns the user of that the impending state is occurring and what to do about it. Try clicking one. There we go. So you see the small visual. Sometimes when we're locked up on an emergency, we don't think. So we want a visual cue that says exactly what to do. Move the cyclic this way, step on this pedal, to make it very simple for a new operator to follow those instructions. Go ahead. Yeah. And depending on which direction your rotor turns, most of them in the U.S. turn counterclockwise. For those that come from other parts of the world that turn clockwise, we want to make sure that that's available for them as well. Go ahead. Another item that we've focused on, and we have our Sakari 8 over in the light plane Paradise City area at booth 57 there, LP 57. It already has this camera system installed on it, and this is essentially what you see on a modern car. It came from manufacturing, so these components are very lightweight, very reliable, and so we have 4 cameras on the ship that actually show a live picture of the video while you're coming into land in a landing zone. Gives you the ability to make sure the tail's clear and the main rotor's clear. That'll eventually include sensor warnings, just like the bumpers in your car do today. These sensors are also lightweight and available, and again, promoting safety. So if people are thinking about other things, that they have the opportunity to solve those issues. All of this active monitoring is available for us to actually help our customers. So this will all be uploaded into the cloud as our customers are flying their own little missions. And through that cloud-based system, we'll be able to provide them some direct feedback if we see them entering into a large risk environment. And also make sure that they have the access to the right kind of information around statistical reports and things that help them, historical information on accident investigations, things that actually help them do the right things and prevent the ability to get into trouble. Go ahead. We think that's going to lower the cost of operating, which is a big cost for aviation everywhere. So lowering the cost of insurance is just as important as lowering the cost of flying. So feel free to come see us over in Light Plane area, Paradise City, booth 57. Bright red helicopters, hard to miss. Thank you.
Okay, Lou Mancuso, what is 2:33? There we go, we're up. So, hi, I'm Lou Mancuso, the landing doctor. And the word on the street is that the Mosaic will go through next year. And when that happens, we're going to have some real superior performance. So we can get this to move ahead. We'll try that. No, that didn't do. Next slide, please. Okay. Next slide. Okay. The 162 horsepower Bristell 916 RG turbo will have retractable landing gear, a constant speed prop, flush riveted wing, and it will go 200 miles per hour. Next slide. It'll have the flush riveted wing, which will help that. Next slide. And the Bristell's wide cockpit allows for great avionics. It's 51 inches wide, wider than a Cirrus, and you can see it has an amazing panel. And number of planes that are going to be now 200 miles an hour also have great Garmin avionics. Next slide. One thing that designates and separates the Bristell from the pack is the storage. It has wing lockers, which enable you to put the heavy items, 44 pounds, in each wing locker. There's custom bags. If it fits in the bag, it fits in the locker. And that is a nice feature of a Bristell. It stays in balance. Next. In addition to the wing lockers, it has room for 2 airline-style carry-on bags behind the seats and a hat shelf. Next. If you want to cross the 14,000-foot peaks of the Colorado Rocky Mountains, the Bristell 915 Turbo or the 916 Turbo is the plane for you. Climbs at 1,700 feet a minute and has a surface ceiling, absolute ceiling, of 25,000 feet. I've done a comparison, Cirrus SR22 versus the Bristell, and because the SR22 weighs 1,680 pounds more than a Bristell, the 140 or 160 horsepower Bristell will outclimb the 310 horsepower Cirrus, and the Bristell is still climbing at 100 feet a minute when it crosses the 14,000-foot Rocky Mountain peak. Next. The Bristell holds 43 gallons of long-range fuel, so it will go 1,000 miles nonstop. Next. The Bristell canopy remains open during taxi, so on a very hot day here in Florida, you stay really cool in a Bristell because you taxi with the canopy open. Next. Also, the canopy closes tight when it closes, so the heat works great when you're flying at 18,000 feet. The heat is good. Next. If you're thinking about buying a Bristell 916 Turbo, here are some things you might like to know. The Mancuso family, my son Michael and I, created the Landing Doctor Training Program. We used the training program in our Sebring Flight Academy, and in the 7 years we've been doing this, we've not had a single incident, accident, or insurance claim. Pilots over 70 are having trouble getting insurance nowadays, but not with a new Bristell. If you go through the certified landing doctor training at the Sebring Flight Academy, our insurance company will provide insurance for you in a Bristell. Next. Lou's Academy is using nothing but Bristells, and like I said, hasn't had a single incident or accident in 7 years. Next. One of the things that separates us from the pack is we have over $200,000 worth of Bristell's parts in the United States, so our planes stay in the air and not on the ground. Next. If you would like to be part of the Bristell growing family, you can meet with me at our booth in LP 045 in Paradise City, and I can tell you how that could happen, and we'll be there all week. Next. The safety principles we have on the Landing Doctor are all available for free at landingdoctor.com, and the principles we use at the Sebring Flight Academy that has resulted in 7 years of no accidents are available for free at the Landing Doctor. We have a booklet that I wrote, the Personal Limitations Checklist, Expert Decision Making, Think Like a Pro. That's available for free at the Landing Doctor. So come visit me, Lou Mancuso, the Landing Doctor, and I can tell you more about Bristell aircraft. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. My name is Matthew Fernandez. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Flight Club. I'm here with my COO, Isan Monfred, and we're here to talk to you about Flight Club and how Flight Club is working to increase access and reduce costs for both owners and pilots. So what is Flight Club? Flight Club is an aviation sharing marketplace, and we help owners reduce their costs, and we help pilots go flying with aircraft that are closer to home, more accessible, and significantly cheaper than what's currently available on the market per hour. Why would people use Flight Club? People use Flight Club because it's convenient. It's an A to Z aviation sharing platform service, and we offer anything that you would need to facilitate sharing your airplane, from insurance to scheduling to payment processing.
This is my part. So Flight Club is not a commercial air service provider. We're not Uber with general aviation. That seems to be a misconception. This is really a platform to allow aircraft owners to list their underutilized general aviation aircraft and to receive applications from pilots who may want to fly those aircraft. Okay, commercial services, and we started up in Canada, so a lot of our stuff is getting reoriented for the US market now. Commercial services are just not allowed, and we do our best to make sure that we're on top of it so that it's just general aviation, private use, and personal pleasure. Next. So I mentioned insurance. We've been operating for over 3 years now, and it took us 2 years to get a really nice insurance solution in Canada. Over half of the fleet that's listed on the Canadian version of the site is now under our umbrella policy. It provides comprehensive coverage for hull liability. We've resolved the issue of pilot approvals, approved use, etc., and really streamlined the approach to make owners' lives easier in terms of sharing their aircraft. We're working on a solution here for the US market. We haven't gotten it quite nailed down just yet, but we'll be announcing that at a later date. Yep.
So I know you guys are all dying to find out, how does it work for owners? What does an owner do that wants to list on our platform? So you as an owner would come to us and say, I've got this wonderful airplane that is my baby, but I'm not using it enough. So I want it to fly more often, and I want to reduce my cost of ownership so that I can keep it longer and share my joy of aviation with other people. So you would list your airplane on the platform. You would decide your price per hour. I'll give you a quick example of we're using a Cessna 172. And you'll say, hey, Flight Club, I want to list it at $100 an hour. So what will happen is on the platform, it will show up at $110 an hour. And we lose 3% of that to payment processing fees. But the remainder of that we use to find you new pilots by advertising and make sure these pilots meet your criteria. So when you're listing, you tell us, I want someone with a private pilot license or higher. I want someone with 150 hours or more. And we advertise those criteria to pilots and find you pilots that can apply to your airplane that meet your exact criteria. Once we find you some pilots, we get them to complete an open book exam. And once they pass the open book exam, they then go for a practical check flight with either a CFI or a commercial pilot. Assuming you're happy with that pilot, you then approve them to fully fly your airplane, and they can book your airplane whenever your airplane is available, making you a cost, or reducing your cost per hour and helping the pilot fly for a cheaper price per hour. So how does it work for pilots? Kind of in reverse to the owners. You search for aircraft that are close to you. You search for aircraft that meet your mission. Most of our pilots are time builders, or they're people that want to do fun flights on weekends or weekdays with just longer time of bookings and go further than your typical flying school schedule allows. As we all know, flying schools are very busy, so it's hard to get longer bookings. So as a pilot, you would apply to fly. Once you're initially approved, you'd complete the open book exam, and then you would complete the check flight.
So, not surprising to anyone, we're launching in Florida. It's one of the largest general aviation marketplaces in the United States. And we'll be announcing the 5 startup launch customers that we'll be having across the state. And as I mentioned, the insurance solution will be announced further down the road. Anything you want to say to that?
And thank you so much for having us here on the 50th anniversary. It's our first anniversary in the US, and we're excited to grow and be here at the next 50th anniversary when we've expanded all across the US and increased airplane access. Thank you so much.
And we're at booth C49. If anybody wants to come drop by and have a look at how the system functions, we'll be there and happy to answer questions. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Melissa Roden. I'm here with Jet Shades. We are FAA approved shades for both in-flight and on the ground. Back in 2018, our president, Kevin Dugan, invented jet shades because he was tired of baking in the plane. And he's also an engineer, so he designed this himself. And since then, just 5 short years later, we are now in over 5,000 aircraft and growing weekly. So we have a short little video to show you that'll give you an overview of the product.
Jet Shades is the new innovative products, and it's innovative because it's not a gadget that makes your plane easier to fly or help you navigate. It's innovative because it's the product that's meant for pilot comfort. It's innovative because it's there for one purpose: to protect the pilot from UV, heat, solar energy, reduce pilot fatigue, and just make the pilots feel good while they fly. Who are we? Well, one day this 50-year-old guy decided to learn how to fly a plane. He thought it was going to be like driving a car. You get in, it's all comfortable, has cool air conditioning. And it wasn't. It was hot, it was sunny, it was 120 degrees in that cockpit when he got in, and said, this is unbearable. How do pilots fly like this? And being an engineer, all that needed to change. So the need for jet shades were born. If only we could have tinted windows in here and block all the sun and heat, it would be great. And of course the regs wouldn't allow it, unless you made it removable like we did with jet shades. And after 4 years, Jet Shades has gone viral because every pilot could use it, every aircraft can use it. And our latest product is called a cruising shade. Now, cruising shades are for when you're flying above the clouds and when you're at the cruise mode, meaning your level of flight's in the in portion of flight. And that sun is just beaming in through the windshield, just killing you with UV and baking you in the cockpit, especially flying east to west in the afternoons. You simply slide these up, they tuck behind the upper windshield jet shade, and they rest on your dash, and they block the heat, UV, and glare, and protect the pilots. And these are a pilot favorite. I've just introduced these. Every single test pilot, they won't give me back my demos. They keep them, and then they demand that I make them more because these are so popular. And they work with just about any aircraft. You can just slide them up on your dash and block the heat, sun, and UV while you fly. And of course it makes it safer because it blocks the glare and you can see. The benefits are, well, if you like your airplanes to be about 15 to 20 degrees cooler, that's what the jet shade's for. The cruising shades you can leave on the ground to even enhance that, and you don't have to use foil guards anymore. So jet shades are solar protection, really knocks the heck out of it. You're going to see BTUs blocked about 76%. Solar energy is way up there. And of course, all the UV spectrum is blocked as well for pilot protection. Availability and ordering it, you can get it at Sun and Fun. We're booth in Hangar D, at booth D049, D50. You'll get our cruising shades. We've got all kinds of specials going on. Thanks for listening. Come check us out at Jet Shades and have cool flights.
Thank you all.
Hi, I'm Mirko, and I'm excited to introduce to you Aerosis technologies. And I fly single pilot, and as a single pilot, we all have kind of a problem. We have the problem that if we are alone in the cockpit and we want to get information, we have to shift down the center of attention. We have to look down, and we get distracted. And that is a problem that, according at least to the NTSB, results in over 1,200 accidents and incidents in the US alone every year. And history has shown us that as soon as we put a second pilot in there, the safety increases by 1,800 times. So it's 1,800 times as safe to have two pilots in the cockpit than just a single pilot. And if we're looking on the global scale, we are now talking about single pilot flights, which are 90 million flights a year. And that's not even enough, because according to a recent study from the NTSB, over 85% of all accidents and incidents in general aviation result in a pilot's cognitive overload. And just because we are distracted, it's just every now and then it is just so much going on. But there is a secret weapon that we have as pilots, which I believe we do not use enough. And we have, that's just all.
There is one thing we all have that helps us to get what we want. Our voice.
Hey Goose, log takeoff time.
Takeoff time copied. There is one thing which is always free, even with hands on throttle and stick. Our voice.
Hey Goose, get direct to Kilo Sierra Zulu Papa.
Direct to Santa Paula, heading 315. There is one thing that helps us to get back home to our families safe and sound. Introducing our voice assistant.
My team and I, we've been working on this for over a decade now in total, and it's finally there. So you can download that, and it runs on your phone. If you're flying with a phone, with an iPhone, an Android, or tablet, you have everything you need to get a digital co-pilot in the cockpit right now. And we have listened to the pilots that already fly with Goose. We have listened to our customers, and we solved the biggest problem they had, which was getting their custom, perfect, thank you. Getting their custom checklist, their procedures they have usually been working on in an Excel spreadsheet or on a piece of paper with an actual pen, or what they have in their 50-year-old POH. How do you get that in a digital world? That was the biggest pain point. We solved that, and we are rolling that out now, making that available for more and more customers and pilots. And you now simply just use your phone. You take a picture of your POH, or if you have a PDF already, you can just upload that. Then you put it to the cloud, and then if you're amongst the user groups that have been released for this feature, there is going to be a button which just says AI checklist import. You click it, and it's less than 5 seconds on average to get your checklist, your custom procedures automatically imported into Goose. So what I want you to do now is I want you to go to the booth in the Innovation Showcase, IS3 and IS4. I want you to visit us. I want you to visit and experience the future of aviation. obviously, I want you to be reasonable and I want you to have fun, but I also want you to be a maverick and to fly with Goose. And if you want to use the opportunity of the big screen now, go to the QR code that directs you directly to the iOS App Store. You can download Goose, and if you want to learn more about Goose, how to talk to Goose, how to customize your procedures, and how to really get the most out of that, I do run daily forums starting tomorrow all the way to Saturday at 8 a.m. And obviously at our booth, we're always there to help. If you have any questions, please let us know. Thanks a lot, and have fun talking to Goose. Thanks.
Thank you to all of you who've stuck around. You'll be rewarded very shortly with a delicious lunch from Waco Kitchen. My name is Marshall Hagland. I'm the marketing manager for DMOR Group, which includes the brands of Waco Aircraft and Yunkers Aircraft. Today and tomorrow, we stand at a landmark moment in aviation history. In 2023, we unveiled the Yunkers A50 Junior. In 24, we're going to unveil the Yunkers A50 Heritage, where the golden age of aviation meets modern technological marvels. The A50 Heritage is not just an aircraft, it's a journey to an era when flying was as much about art as it is about science. Our mission at Yunkers Aircraft has been to resurrect these time-honored aircraft designs which had been relegated to forgotten chapters of history. Today with the A50 Heritage, and tomorrow with the unveiling, we see the culmination of this mission in a form as close as possible to Hugo Yunkers' original vision. Last year, our journey of reviving the A50 Junior did not come without its challenges. To incorporate the modern economical Rotax power plant, significant artistic license was taken in redesigning the nose and the engine cowling areas, a departure from the architect's original form. However, the A50 Heritage corrects this, paying homage to Hugo Yunkers' original design ethos. With the A50 Heritage, we've meticulously reimagined the past from the Scarlet 7 uniform radial engine and its unmistakable rumble to the gracefully curved split glass windscreen. In addition, you'll notice the landing gear strut fairings, the authentic two-piece windscreen, and the analog instrument cluster, meticulously reinstated. It's not just about the aesthetics, It's about experiencing flight as it was in the pioneering days of aviation, a pure, unfiltered flying experience. The Yunkers A50 Heritage stands as a beacon to our commitment to the past and our faith in the future of aviation. It symbolizes our respect for tradition and our passion for innovation. We invite you tomorrow to the Compass Rose at 9:30 a.m. for the global unveiling. Come see and feel for yourself what was once forgotten and is now made new again. Thank you.
Alrighty, folks, you stuck through it. Probably the biggest gathering of aviation news you're going to see at any point in this year. We really appreciate everybody who put such work and such passion into these presentations. But more important, I have a staff here who makes this look almost easy. We thank Nathan Cremasino, Holland Kaiser, Dave Jewell, Jim Soik, a certain Misako, who happens to be my wife, who just takes care of everything. Patrick Bottinelli, I know Gary DeVore is out there, and Zach Hewitt is out somewhere. But we thank them all. They're amazing folks. They get it done. Right now, folks, we have a free lunch, and the best part is it's a free good lunch. This is Waco Kitchen. Misako can tell you that we rarely come into Lakeland without going in and just totally foraging our way through Waco Kitchen on the other side of the airport. Enjoy. We thank you much. All this will be available on the web immediately in archive, and we will be breaking down individual presentations once we've had a chance to recover from Sun and Fun, remember our names, and kind of start making sense again. To all of you, welcome again to the 50th Annual Sun and Fun Aerospace Expo. Thanks to the gang at Sun and Fun and Gene Conrad and his extraordinary volunteers, hundreds upon hundreds. And we will see you here next year, bigger, better, badder. Thank you.
I'm currently using the Hartzell Talon, by far the best aerobatic propeller ever come out.
I use the Trailblazer. It adds performance to the Super Decathlon and dependability, and it's rugged.
Hartzell's been an excellent partner for Whip Air, just in terms of your product support as well as keeping an eye on the market and developing new products that meet demand.
It's helping us all have better performing airplanes.
It's such a proud honor to fly behind that propeller.
Why take the risk of guessing the height on takeoff and landing when Skyvoice Alert 500 gives you audible callouts from 1 foot to 500 feet up and down? Skyvoice Alert 500 is the only FAA-approved takeoff and landing height announcer, and it also gives you reminders and warnings on gear, flaps, and more. Quick and easy install, Bluetooth or wired. Get yours today at holymicro.com and receive a $300 discount at Sun & Fun, booth D54.
A special month is coming to Sun & Fun's 50th fly-in celebration. Multi-platinum singer Dylan Scott. Out here living my best life, yeah. Dylan Scott with special guest Sarah Evans. Ponytail girl grown up to be a woman, now she's gone in a blink of an eye. Get your tickets now. Be a part of the kickoff celebration for Sun & Fun's 50th fly-in. Go to flysnf.org.
The M700 Fury. An aircraft worthy of the name, an indomitable force. With performance surpassing its predecessor, the M700 Fury has 20% shorter takeoff and landing distances, a 30% improved climb rate of over 2,000 feet per minute, and reaches a maximum cruise speed of over 300 knots. Experience the Fury. Join the legacy.